Hello my lovelies, hope you're doing well. This is another favorite video for the month of April, I believe. Yes, April. And it's interesting because usually these favorites are usually filled with a lot of stationeries, like, you know, journaling kind of like collage stationeries. But actually today there's more bits of like fountain pen inks and those kind of stuff for you, so that's kind of exciting. So I'm just gonna start with my current obsession, which is the Travels Notebook Olive. I'm pretty sure you expected this to be in my April favorites. I got it just like a few days ago, but I can't tell you just how long I've been waiting for this. I missed out on the 2017 release because when I was getting into like TNs and journals and things like that, it was around 2018, so I just missed it by less than a year. And then the prices are already like very ridiculously expensive. I did try to get one marked up like really bad. I paid 500 for it, but the quality of it is just not it, because it has a lot of textures that are really bad, and the leather is very dry and things like that, because it's sat in a warehouse for like 5 years before I actually got it. So I returned that one and I settled for one from the non. But I am so grateful, I'm so happy that Travels Notebook actually released olive version of it for their regular lineup. So they're basically always available. It's not a limited edition anymore, which makes me so happy, because that means if I get a lot of scratches on this thing, it doesn't matter because I can always just get another one, right? So even though I probably wouldn't, like I got some stain on my camel, and even though that made me really sad because camel is my favorite type of leather, even though that made me really sad, but at least I know that, you know, it's something that I can get again anytime I want because it's in a standard lineup. So I'm so glad that the tea and olive actually comes in the regular lineup now. I just really like the leather. For me, it's in the middle of the brown and the camel. I feel like it's not as soft as the camel, but it still has a little bit of like a nice texture. So I've been really liking it, and the smell of new TNs are just like out of this world. I feel like I really love the smell of new TNs. I don't know what it is, but currently this one was holding the stuff that my From the Non used to hold, which is my favorites. What is this? Favorites insert, where I put all my favorites month by month. I'll be journaling on this later because, you know, usually with favorites videos I do journal on here after I do it. And this one also has my happy mail journal, so if I get happy mail from friends or hauls and things like that, I would put it here. So I didn't write the from date, but I can probably figure it out so that's from April of last year. Actually, pretty proud of myself. I haven't finished it within like the year or anything like that. But anyway, so that's my tea and olive. It's really nice. I got it from a local partner shop, but I'm pretty sure your local partner shop or any Travels Notebook resellers should have it. Maybe not now because everyone wants it right now, but eventually they'll sell it. I'm also thinking of picking up the passport one as well, but that would probably have to wait. I just want to know how this scratches, so I know if I want my olive one to be my EDC for my wallet or not. So that's the first one, and I'm totally so in love with it. It already has a little bit of scratches, but you know what, it's inevitable, like the scratches, and I'm gonna try to love it with the scratches, even though I'm not really a scratches girly. So yeah, I'm just so happy to have this in my hands finally. I'll stop talking about it. I feel like I ranted enough about it. Okay, so that's my first favorite. My second favorite is a PET tape. You know the drill. Stationery favorites with Marc isn't a stationery favorite if we don't have at least one PET tape. So this one is by Some Sort of Fern. You know I love Some Sort of Fern. This is by Some Sort of Fern, and I actually don't know exactly what the name of these is. Maybe it's Leaves and Flowers, but I'm not sure. These are very reminiscent of their Glimpse of Shadow tape, but this is very like green based, so a lot of greeneries and lots of leaves, which I love. Have it roll, but it also have a lot of like these squares, and I've been really enjoying using it. That's the whole loop basically, but it's so beautiful and very minimal, which I like. I think I told you last favorite that I've been trying to not get as much like floral kind of like planty kind of PET tapes, but I can't move myself past this one because it's just so perfectly minimal but so lovely. I really love this one, and I've used it in a little bit of places. I think I'm pretty sure I used it for my this month's or next month, right? Or this, oh no, this month, what? This month's cover page on my Meow illustration planner, so I used it on those, and I think on my Midori I might have used, yep, I used it on these ones as well. It's just been really nice to use. It's, I don't know, it's very minimal as well. This one is also from there as well, and these just very minimal and easy to use, so I've been really loving that PET tape. So this one's by Some Sort of Fern. I will figure out what the name is and then link it down below for you guys, because I can't for the life of me remember what the name is. Okay, now that we got that, I'm gonna go into like the pen and ink and other stuff kind of section. So the first thing I've really loved this month is my new ink swatch system. Can I say that? Basically this happens when I actually, in my Kinokuniya, they started selling this Maruma loose leaf, which is a very interesting size, because this is, I think, a 6, I think, maybe. Let's see. This is my A6 insert, so it's kind of like A6. Maybe it's more like B6 or something like that. But the size is so nice. It's like a little notepad, right? It actually comes with like a whole system. It's like a file thing that you can put this in. But I remember I've already got some of these rings, so I figured I'll try it first before I commit to the whole thing. And I really like it. I'm actually thinking if I can actually make my own DIY cover with just some cardboard, but we shall see. But basically these paper has a little bit of a texture. I don't know if you can see it. I think maybe if I show you one of the swatches, you can see the, which one is good to show you. Can you see it here? How it has those little lines and textures of the page. Trying to get it to catch light so you can actually see the textures. And it's just been really nice for this, also because this is pretty thick. I don't know what GSM it is. It doesn't actually say here, I don't think, or I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what this is saying, but they're pretty thick. It's thicker than the normal paper, the other papers, because I had a feel of the other papers, because they had a lot of inserts for this loose leaf, like the mini loose leaf. So they have like craft paper, they have white paper, they also have sleeves that you can put things on and things like that. So there's plenty of different types of insert, but this is the one that I chose for my ink swatch. I actually went back to my Kinokuniya to actually get one more pack just in case, because they didn't have a lot, and I actually have searched the web for this, and I can't figure out where to get it, so I'll try to search it up, but I don't know if I can find it in the web because I tried, trust me, because I was like, what if I run out of this? I need to know where to get it, but it's a bit harder to get, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's because it's new, hopefully, because I really would like to continue this kind of ink swatch because it's really working for me. So what's really working is I really like the layout, and this also I used to think my paintbrush for these three, and then the back of my ink, not ink, the back of my gloss pen for this one, and then my gloss pen, and then I just wrote it and then do a wash in the bottom. These was inspired by Jasmine Marie Plants, one of my friend that she has also like a system of ink swatching. She has a system of ink swatching, and she also do a wash in the bottom, because what you can do when you do a wash in the bottom, if you do it quickly like this, you can actually see all the colors of your inks. And I also started to put a little bit more water. Like I was experimenting it for a bit, so that's why the edges are like different with each of them. What I figured out later is if I put a wash of water first and then I put the wash of the ink, it has this like really cool effect that it blends into the water that I really enjoy. So some of the new ones has that, like this one was quite new, so it has a little bit of those kind of bleed. Like this one looks pretty cool as well. It looks like a tie-dye almost, right? And this one is super cool as well. This one, where is it? Is it this one? No, this one looks pretty cool on the side. So I've been really enjoying that, and it lets me see like if I dilute it a bit how it looks like and everything. And I don't know, I just really like that it's compact, but it's like a significant size. And I feel like I used to use these, but I think I'm probably going to use both, right? Because these, if I actually go out to look at inks, I can actually know what I have, but I also can compare the colors. So I think I'll still try to maintain both, but this is really nice to just see it in its whole, just for home. And I just really like looking at it for some reason. It just makes me really happy to see it. And these I made by using 2 stamps. So oh my god, this one you already know from last favorites if you were looking at it. This is from Beverly, a Japanese stamp maker, and this one is a, I wish I can tell you where you can get it, but this was an AliExpress purchase, so I'm not sure they still have it or not. The retro stamps on the top I didn't really like, so I use my craft knife and take it off, so I don't have to have the retro stamps because I don't like the way it says retro stamps. But I stamped those, and then I just go over with either my gloss pen or my paintbrush. So that's my ink swatch system, and I've been really liking it. So if you're looking for a system, see what works for you. This one really works for me at home, but if I guess if I have to go out, this isn't very heavy to bring out, even though this would be much more lighter and much more compact to bring. So we'll see what happens, but I want to keep up to date on this and that if I can. So there you go, that's my new ink swatch system now. And also what I have been loving, I'll just go to the ink right now because I can show you with my new ink swatch. So this is my favorite this month. It's the Troublemaker Moon River. I have talked about Troublemaker last time I did a favorites video. They are a Philippines-based small company that does ink, and their shading ink is amazing. Like the color changing on this thing, look at that color, it's amazing. I'm trying to get it to focus properly, and yeah, it's like, it's kind of like a pink purpley base kind of thing, and I've been so obsessed. I've been kind of trying to change the ink I use on this journal for every week, right? But I like the Moon River so much that I've used it for like 3 straight weeks, I think. Yeah. So it's like a, how do I explain it? It's like a purple pinky kind of color. I hope you can see it, like the color properly, but it's very lovely and I actually really like it. It, like, sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes it gets lighter, but maybe that's just because I was running out of ink and things like that. But yeah, I've been really liking this ink, and I haven't even shown you the box. But I don't know, I think I feel like you would probably appreciate more of the color than just the packaging, right? So that's what the ink looks like, but that's the color. And another thing that I've been really liking also is the Muji fountain pen. So this one is their like cheaper fountain pen. I think these are like under $10. I can't remember the exact price, but it's under $10. It doesn't have a converter, I don't think, but I just use my syringe to put in some ink in there, and they uses the platinum. So it's the same nib as the platinum preppy, and this, I don't know if it's focusing properly, and this is the 03. So I've been really liking this because it's super smooth. This actually makes me want to try a preppy 0.2 because I only had like 0.3 preppy. But let me do some sample writing for you guys. So it's super smooth, and I don't know, the platinum, it uses the platinum nibs, I think, because that looks very familiar to my platinum preppy. Do I have it? Yep. And 0.3, it essentially looks like so similar, right? These are both 0.3. These are both 0.3. So super smooth, super nice. I also, if you don't have a Muji where you are, you can get the platinum preppy as well, and they have the same nib, so it's the same smoothness. But compared to the preppy, this body, the transparent, and it has all the preppy branding around it, I actually appreciate the Muji so much more because it's very white and just streamlined. I actually really like that. So yeah, I think I'm at this point where I'm just like getting a lot of cheap fountain pens because I don't know, for like the more expensive one, like the sailor ones, I would like to actually try it in person in like a store or something like that first before I actually get them, because yeah, with that price, I don't think I should just get it online and see how I feel, because yeah, it's probably irresponsible. But basically they're pretty nice like that. Should I actually write something? So yeah, if you like something that's slightly a bit thicker, this is very nice and smooth. So I've been really liking and enjoying this one too. There you go. So that's all the favorites for today. I will now be doing my favorite spread, so feel free to stay if you like to watch me make that. If not, then I hope you take care and stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. But if you wanna stay and watch me do my monthly favorite spread, then you're welcome to stay. Okay, see ya. This is actually future Mark adding in, because I forgot to tell you about one of the amazing thing about this system that I don't know why I forgot to actually tell you, but these rings on the top you can actually open, which is amazing for me, because let me just so these rings on the top you can actually open, and once you open you can actually slot in these however you want. So what I really love is that if I actually got a new ink color that are in between of these shades, right, I can reshuffle them as much as I want, and then in the end I get this very nice rainbow order in color, which for me is extremely satisfying. So that's one of the great that's one of the great point about this system. Also, if you actually got the proper like Maruman file system, of course you can open it up and then you can switch it up. But yeah, it's just like, for me, it just, I don't have to commit right away where to put some things, and I can just move it around. So I actually really love it for that. So I just thought I'll add that in, because I actually forgot to say that when I was talking about this. Just really love it basically.